There are numerous forms of psychological ugliness. There is an ugliness of stupidity, for example, of unawareness, distressingly common among pretty women. An ugliness also of greed, of lasciviousness, of avarice. All the deadly sins, indeed, have their own peculiar negation of beauty. On the pretty faces of those especially who are trying to have a continuous good time, one sees very often a kind of bored sullenness that ruins all their charm. I remember in particular two young American girls I once met in North Africa. From the porcelain specialist point of view, they were beautiful, but the sullen boredom of which I have spoken was so deeply stamped into their fresh faces, their great and gestures expressed so weary a listlessness, that it was unbearable to look at them. These exquisite creatures were positively repulsive. Still commoner and no less repellent is the hardness which spoils so many pretty faces. Often it is true this air of hardness is due not to psychological causes but to the contemporary habit of overpainting. In Paris, where this overpainting is most pronounced, many women have ceased to look human at all. Whitewashed and ruddled, they seem to be wearing masks. One must look closely to discover the soft and living face beneath. But often the face is not soft. Often it turns out to be imperfectly alive. The hardness and deadness are from within. They are the outward and visible signs of some emotional or instinctive disharmony accepted as a chronic condition of being. We do not need a Freudian to tell us that this disharmony is often of a sexual nature. So long as such disharmonies continue to exist, so long as there is a good reason for sullen boredom, so long as human beings allow themselves to be possessed and hag-ridden by monomanial vices, the cult of beauty is destined to be ineffectual. Successful in prolonging the appearance of youth, of realizing or simulating the symptoms of health, the campaign inspired by this cult remains fundamentally a failure. Its operations do not touch the deepest source of beauty, the experiencing soul. It is not by improving skin foods and point rollers, by cheapening health motors and electrical hair removers, that the human race will be made beautiful. It is not even by improving health. All men and women will be beautiful only when the social arrangements give to every one of them an opportunity to live completely and harmoniously, when there is no environmental incentive and no hereditary tendency towards monomaniacal vice. In other words, all men and women will never be beautiful, but there might easily be fewer ugly human beings in the world than there are at present. We must be content with moderate hopes. Yes, definitely each man and woman, they are going to be beautiful. But how? For that purpose you have to light the light into your soul. So for that purpose what we have to accept and we have to follow, that we have to follow, accept each and everything as he or she is like. So consider this whole universe as a family. And this is what Sant Jnaneshwar has pointed out. हे विश्वची माझे घर, आता विश्वात्मके देव. या विश्वातल्या देवाने प्रसन्न होऊन मला आशीर्वाद दिला पाहिजे. मग who is this universal God that is present in you, that is the soul, in the form of soul. जशा प्रकारे आपल्याला सगळ्या गोष्टी हव्या आहेत, तशाच प्रकारे माझ्या मित्राला, माझ्या समाजाला, समाजातील सर्व घटकांना, या जगाला सुद्धा त्याच गोष्टी हव्या आहेत. मग सगळ्या गोष्टींचा हव्यास हा फक्त माझ्यासाठी हवा आहे असं कशासाठी आहे? मग दुसऱ्याचं ओरबाडून आपल्या ताटात घेणे हे सुद्धा योग्य नाही. मग हे सुद्धा अगलीनेसच आहे. ही आपली क्रूरता आहे. क्रूरता म्हणजे केवळ काही फक्त चेहऱ्यावरच दिसली पाहिजे अशातला भाग नाही. मनातली क्रूरता, मग मनातली कृपता, जसं सुरुवातीच्या पहिल्याच व्हिडिओमध्ये आपण सांगितलं, मनाची कृपता ती कशामुळे दिसते? अतिलोभीपणा, खोटारडेपणा, हव्यास असणे, चोरी करणे, अशा एक ना अनेक गोष्टी आहेत. हॅटर्ड करणे, इतरांचा द्वेष करणे, मत्सर करणे, अशा अनेक गोष्टी आहेत की ज्याच्यामुळे सुंदर दिसणारा व्यक्तीसुद्धा कुरूप ठरतो. म्हणून त्याच्यामुळे मनामध्ये असलेले जे किलमिश आहे ते किलमिश दूर झाले पाहिजे. मनाचा मोठेपणा वाढला पाहिजे, औदार्य निर्माण झालं पाहिजे, उदात्तीकरण झालं पाहिजे. आणि ते होण्यासाठी तुम्ही सर्वांना ॲक्सेप्ट केलं पाहिजे. जोपर्यंत आपण स्वीकार करत नाही तोपर्यंत मनाचा मोठेपणा दिसून येणार नाही. ती व्यक्ती, तो व्यक्ती, निसर्ग जसा आहे तसा आपण स्वीकार करणं गरजेचं आहे, आवश्यक आहे. जर त्याच्यामध्ये आपण हस्तक्षेप करत बसलो, त्याच्यामध्ये सुधारणा करण्याचा प्रयत्न केला तर निश्चितपणे आपल्या हाती निराशा आणि निराशाच येते. पण त्याच्यामुळे ॲक्सेप्ट इट. unless and until you are not going to accept with fancy and follies of each and everything, definitely you will be the smart person, you will be the beautiful person. And the same has pointed out by Aldous Huxley that the beauty industry is going to make you beautiful, but from the outer side, from the exterior side. These all experiments, these all equipments, these all massage and all the powders and facials, they are going to make you beautiful from exterior only. But for your internal grooming, you require spiritualism. And then only the society is going to be a very beautiful, happy and prosperous.